You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business, and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Good morning and welcome to the Experience Pros radio show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business. Your business is our business. Well, I don't even know where to start. Let's do this. Whoo-wee! We had a huge party at the show down in Hootenanny. The hoedown was, wow, barn buster.
Every time we host a networking event,
yep,
Eric treats it as if it was like a square dancing rodeo barn dance or something. Like, why is it that you always describe our parties as this like rodeo thing?
Well, you know, I was born in the country.
You were born in the country, and so that's how you party, was in the barn?
Yeah.
And we held it...
Actually, not the country, it was the South.
I mean, we have encore events and entertainment.
It's really only Southern California.
We do fun music. It's networking.
Yep.
Nobody's square dancing.
No.
There's no horses. I don't know. It was
a big shindig.
Anyways, we had a fantastic turnout. Of course, we host the epic networking events on the third Wednesday of every month in Lone Tree, and then on the third Tuesday, which is next week, we'll be up in Loveland doing it again for our Northern Colorado folks. And the relationships, the connections, the fun, we just have an incredible time, and I'm so humbled by the type of people that show up.
Yeah.
They treat each other. We really have the friendliest networking group in town.
We absolutely do. Okay, are we done with that?
Sure.
Good.
It was a great time. I'm reading the highlights. People say, great venue.
Have a bone.
Fantastic event.
To pick with you, Tussey.
Excuse me?
Oh, yes. Oh. You see, for the audience,
I've got something.
For the audience members out there who are never saying, what in the world? The tide is turning. Eric's finally found his voice. Yes, I have found my voice, and it has to do with Angel Tussey. And, you know, we put out a brand new thing. We're starting this week. We started the Positive Talk series. It's just a little 2-minute business tip for you. You can find those at our blog at experiencepros.com. And yesterday's was all about if somebody emails you, Angel, what did we say?
If you get an email inquiry, respond to it. If somebody gives you a voicemail, answer it. If somebody connects with you on social media, inquiring about your business, you can't use the excuse, I get too many emails.
You are always getting on me for missing emails.
I know, because here's the word he said. I get so many. Or actually,
I didn't see it.
I didn't get that.
Oh, I sometimes say that.
He said, I didn't get that.
But
yeah, you got that.
Yesterday, we met a lovely lady at our event who sent you an email. She said, you didn't respond. There's victory in Jesus.
I did hear that. Yeah. Somebody came up to me and said, "Yeah, Angel, I sent you an email you never replied to." It turned, and I was pretty embarrassed over the whole thing.
I think you should be.
But it turns out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Eric, to do this to you.
What?
She did send an email.
Right.
She did.
Yes.
She sent it to you.
What?
Yeah. The email actually came through a contact.
Oh, no, she did.
And it actually went to you.
I'm searching my email now.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry to do that to you, but
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I reply.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay.
Are you kidding me? The one time I get to get
It's okay.
My saddle out.
It's okay. I just want you to know that, I understand that accidents happen and these things kind of fall through the cracks sometimes.
Fall through the cracks.
But maybe you'll do better. Do better next time on that. So,
hey,
but thanks for trying.
Yeah. Tune in for our Positive Business Talk blog.
Get me?
I did. I totally Totally did. Yeah, here it is right here, June 25th, she said to me, and I cannot believe it. Wow. I'm so embarrassed.
You should be.
I really should be. Okay, well, tune in for our daily positive business talk 2-minute video tips. Boy, you're going to love these. They're fun, they're funny, they're engaging, and they're going to help you grow your business. And if you do what Angel tells me to do, it might go well for you.
Make sure you put the third Wednesday of every month on your calendar and join us for our epic networking events, or the third Tuesday if you're in northern Colorado. We have an incredible time. You want to stay connected to the most excited, inspired, motivated, successful business folks in Denver. I know you can network all over town, right? There's lots of networking events.
You've got choices.
You can network every single day, but here's what people are saying about our epic networking events. In fact, I have a gentleman, Don, he says, I network almost every single night of the week. This is my do not miss event.
Wow.
This is the one that I tell people about. This is the one I look forward to. This is the best one. On the reviews just this morning, great people plus great venue equals epic times. Excellent event, great energy, awesome people, very well put together. Fantastic event. Thank you, Epic crew, for a great time.
Wow.
The best networking event this side of the Rockies.
You know what? We love you. We love all of you. Thank you so very much. We appreciate you for coming and participating. Remember, you add value wherever you go, and so it really was an epic event. We're very happy to do that. Next Tuesday, we'll be up in Loveland doing it all over again. So come hang out with us at Mimi's Cafe at 5:30 p.m. in Loveland. All right, folks, we got a great show for you, including the 5 biggest way marketing has changed in the last decades. That's right, you love her, we love her. Our favorite kumquat, Pam Atherton, coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Your business is growing, but your computers are slowing. We can fix that. We're C-Squared Computer Consulting, and we can help you take on the challenges of your growing business by helping you get the most out of your systems through availability managed services. We provide reliable protection with 24/7 system monitoring. Check us out at c2cc.net or call us at 303-933-1113. That's C-Squared Computer Consulting at c2cc.net.
The business professionals at Extreme Relationship Management know that networking is one of the best ways to create word-of-mouth marketing for your business. They also know that many of you feel like it's a complete waste of time. The difference is knowing how to network and what to do with all those business cards that you collect. Tune in every Thursday to learn about the ERM networking laws, and be sure to sign up for the next ERM class. Extreme Relationship Management offers training and events to help you realize how rewarding networking can be. Train it the ERM way. Find them online at extremerelationshipmanagement.com and call 855-I-LIKE-ERM to find out more about their next class.
Let's face it, most phone systems are old and outdated, or they're so complicated it takes a PhD just to change your voicemail. Introducing Edgetronics, your answer to all your business telephone needs. Edgetronics is authorized and certified by Avia, and they'll not only replace your old phones with new solutions, they'll train your staff on how to get the most out of them. Proudly serving up and down the Front Range for over 10 years, Edgetronics wants to be your next phone system provider. Call them today at 303-766-1699 or online at Edgetronics, that's with an X.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service, coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products, means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Finding care for an aging parent or loved one can be a simple and hassle-free process with Home Care Assistance Denver by your side. They are locally owned and provide hourly as well as 24/7 live-in services by caregivers that are custom-matched based on client needs. They personalize every care plan to fit your loved one's very specific needs. Call them today to schedule your free in-home assessment. 720-443-3371. 720-443-3371. More information can be found at homecareassistancedenver.com. They love serving your loved ones. Call now, 720-443-3371.
John Rush, this afternoon from 3 to 6 on KLZ 560.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Yeah, she does. Uh-huh. Of course, you know who we're talking about. It's Pam Atherton.
Media Mogul Award-winning media trainer Pam Atherton, a special guest with the Experience Pros Radio Show, always on the third Thursday of every month. Pamela, welcome to the show.
Thank you. You guys had such a great event last night. I was so jealous watching all you guys dancing and everything.
I know.
How fun was that?
Pam, where else do you find 100 absolute straight-laced, best top-level business people shaking hands, giving business cards, and talking business, and then when the clock strikes 7:30, we break out into a dance party?
I've come up with your new tagline, shaking hands and shaking booty.
Ooh,
all righty. We'll take it. We'll take it. You know, it's funny. We had some guests there last night, Pamela, and a couple different times and different places we mentioned the dance party.
Yep.
And people, when I told them make sure you stay for the dance party, he said, "Oh, I thought they were joking. You guys are really going to dance?" We really do. But we work so hard, and we've always kind of got our nose to the grindstone, Pam, that it is just so nice to just relax and break free and do that with other entrepreneurs. And so we're pretty excited about it.
Well, and actually there's research that shows that that's a very smart thing to do. When you move your body, you're getting more oxygen and more blood flowing, and you actually will become more creative after doing something like that.
wow. Listen to Pam. She's like a doctor and stuff.
We walk out on cloud 9, and our feet are killing us, but we wouldn't have it any other way.
All right, Pam. Hey, listen, I have been concerned about something, so I thought I'd place a call to you and see what your thoughts are on this. Marketing is not the same today as it was just even 10 years ago.
Well, or even 5 years ago, or even 3 years ago. And the problem is sometimes we get so stuck in methods that we've been doing that we don't change with the times, and things go past us, and we miss out.
So what do we do?
I think we have to be aware of them, and then we have to move with them. So I think the first thing is that we have to understand that the customers are not in the same 3 places they've always been, which traditionally has been radio, television, and newspaper.
I was thinking the bathroom, the living room, and the dining room. Sorry.
And that may be exactly where they are.
Right.
But, let's take just for an example, people used to be on ABC, CBS, or NBC, and now they might be on Netflix or Hulu or HBO to go. So they're not all concentrated in one place. So you need to know your customer better to know where they're hanging out. An example is a place that you would have found them would have been last night at your networking event. You probably reached more people there than if you had tried to for less cost, than if you had tried to put an ad somewhere, a billboard or a, whatever, somewhere.
Sure.
Right?
Absolutely.
So that's the first thing to understand, is that they're not in the traditional places they were. So you can't just buy traditional marketing. You have to look in other creative ways to reach those customers and understand their behaviors, because that's going to tell you where they are. The next thing that I think is really critical that we need to understand is that customers are going online to find information about businesses, and they're making their decisions according to stranger testimonials. So, for example, I'm decided that I want to buy some bedding at Kohl's, and I go and I look, and Susie from Minnesota thinks that the blue bedspread is just not the right color and it's not as soft as it should be. Well, I'm not going to buy that bedspread because Susie from Minnesota says it's not as soft as it should be. I don't know Susie from Minnesota.
I know, but you're just so thrilled to hear that somebody would share that information before you go and make a bad purchase.
Right.
Right. And so we're making decisions based on information from people we don't even know. Whether we go to Yelp or if we're looking at makeup and we go to Sephora, there's been a major change in this long talk sales or marketing funnel. And I'm sure that's one of the things that you're finding is that with your directory, people are going there first to find out what people are saying about the people in the directory.
The third-party review sites such as ExperiencePros.com and our Extreme Customer Service Directory are absolutely critical to a purchasing process now.
Yeah, and we know also that women respond more to testimonials than anything else. So if your customer is a woman, you need to make sure that you have testimonials on your website, even in your store, in your newsletters, anywhere that you are. So that's critical to know, that they're going online, and they're gonna see it. So you need to make sure that your business is where it needs to be so that you don't get a lot of those negative responses, right?
Absolutely. The world has gone social, and we're taking advice from strangers, putting a lot of emphasis and weight on the value and the opinion of those strangers. Pam, is there really, you think about, there's so much online, there's so much everywhere. Can we even compete in such a saturated market?
Well, excuse me, yes, of course you can. If your product is really the best that it can be, you have the best customer service, and people are talking great things about you. But you have to be out there engaging with your customers. When you said the world has gone social, you're right. People make buying decisions now because they go on Facebook and they say, hey, who's the best plumber out there? Wow, they're not looking in the yellow pages or looking on television or whatever. They're asking their friends. And if they keep hearing good things about it, they're going to choose it. If your business isn't on social media, in one way or another, it's going to be missing out on dollars. And even if you are not listening on social, you're going to have customer service problems because people are going to social media in droves to when they have a customer service complaint.
Absolutely.
And are you there to help them?
Pam, you used a phrase that I wasn't even familiar with. You said something about yellow pages? Is that just a book gone old?
Well, they're trying to reinvent themselves, but it's a hard way to go. They're trying to do a lot more online.
Yes, ma'am.
But I think it was too little too late.
Yeah.
We'd already moved.
We've moved on and gone a whole nother direction, and so you've got to be ahead of the curve, right, Pam? Because
right.
if you become outdated and unnecessary, you can't go back and convince people to come back once you've lost them, I don't think.
The world is moving too fast, and if you haven't made the changes by now, it's almost impossible to catch up. So you've got to be aware of the trends that are going on now, and one of the biggest ones to understand is you have more competitors than you ever had, and the reason is because we know where they are now. It used to be if you were our favorite printer, we knew where you were, and maybe there was another guy down the street, I don't know. Now we go look online, we find there's 10 of them, in a 1 mile radius. Plus, there's online printers that we can be using.
Right.
So now you've got more competitors than ever. Are you being competitive? Or are you still doing things the way you've always done them?
We always, kind of make excuses. This thing didn't work, and that's not working, and business isn't growing, the economy is bad. But a lot of times it's because we're just using antiquated systems, things of days of yore.
It really truly is days of yore, but you always keep us on the cutting edge of what's current and what's happening in our business and our marketing, keeping us ready for whatever opportunity happens. Pam, how do people get in touch with you?
Well, they can email me at pam@pamatherton.com. I'm on Facebook at Pam Atherton. And, of course, you can contact the Experience Pros, and they'll let you know as well.
I love it.
Love having you on the show with us every month.
Thanks.
Thank you, Pam. Folks, when we come back, we've got business tips and insights coming next. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Landlords, listen up. If you have investment property, you need Legacy Properties PM. Devin Bewley will absolutely get you the highest rent possible, handle every imaginable emergency, and make sure that your property is well cared for. He visits every property regularly and knows that he's working for you. Legacy Properties PM, where their promise to you is simple. If your property isn't earning you money, you owe them nothing. There's nothing to lose. 720-989-1996. Mention Experience Pros and they'll waive the first month's management fee.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the Orange Effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Bumper Dock Denver is now open for bumper repair, windshield chip repair, paintless dent, ding, and auto body repair, and they're upfront and honest about prices, usually posted in the lobby. As your car's cosmetic surgeon, Bumper Dock Denver also does headlight restoration, interior repair, detailing, paint touch-up, and wheel repair, all at fair prices and usually in a day or less. If your car gets injured, just call the doc. Bumper Dock Denver, 303-369-7292. That's 303-369-7292. Online at BumperDockDenver.com.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Let's talk about advertising. It's a key element for growing your company and making sure people are aware of your brand. If you're going to put a half-page ad into a magazine with 60,000 in circulation, it'll cost about $1,500, and you get to be in front of your target audience. If you're going to attend a big trade show, you're going to spend about $1,500, and you get to interact with potential clients. If you're going to sponsor a foursome in a golf tournament, you're going to spend about $1,500, and you get to support your favorite charity. At Experience Pros, $1,500 goes a long ways. You get an entire year of membership with business networking, online customizable listing, featured ads, 3 radio spots during the year, speaking opportunities, sponsorship options, and more. Sign up today at experiencepros.com.
Every day, hundreds, if not thousands of people are searching online for what your business has to offer. SharpNet Solutions can help you get found, just like they did for Vera at Love Bug Matchmaking.
SharpNet has really helped our business expand to 60 miles around our business. Being able to be seen online and being able to be seen through searches has made an enormous difference.
SharpNetSolutions.com or 303-900-4988.
I'll never forget that moment. As long as I live. My first call ever as a member of the National Guard.
When we got to the armory, they briefed us on the wildfires. They were getting dangerously close to homes.
Helicopters were going out to drop water on the fires. Guards in the unit were preparing for firefighting with local fire crews. At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Colorado National Guard, aired by the Colorado Broadcasters Association and this station.
The Dana Show, 6 p.m. weekdays on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
I'm coming up, so you better get this party started.
Welcome back to the party that we call the Experience Pros radio show. This is the most positive business talk show in America, and it's time for business tips and insights. Of course, this business tip and insight brought to you by the fine folks over at Extreme Relationship Management, training company for professionals who network. They take the guessworking out of your networking.
Absolutely, and Tony has written in with his networking law for the week. He's actually on vacation, and we allow that a little bit.
Absolutely.
Entrepreneurs, you get to work hard, but you play hard as well.
F you.
Excuse me.
Say F you. No, that's the tip. It's networking law number.
Tony would not say.
No, he really would. It's networking law number 138. You have to follow up. F you.
Okay, yes.
You have to follow up.
Follow up is the tip.
Right.
It's true. I used to put it on our calendar as the letter FU.
That's how I remember it.
And Eric thought I was swearing at him.
Well, only once.
I'm like, what are you thinking? I'm going to be swearing at you and put that on the calendar.
What are you thinking that I was even suggesting anything such as swear?
You thought I was swearing at
No, I mean right now.
Oh, not now. Not now.
This is the area where over 80% of networking professionals truly miss the mark. Failing to follow up is a sure way to allow a new relationship and all of its potential to grow cold, fade away.
You know, all the success of your business is in the follow-up. And Tony teaches extreme relationship management. He teaches you how to network effectively.
Yep.
Think about how often you go and you meet people and you don't even follow up with the people that you had a conversation with.
Right.
He says you cannot wait for the other party to follow up because they generally will not,
No,
right?
most people don't.
Most people don't. You need to have a strategy for what to do with every contact. Tony says there is a value in every single contact that you meet.
Absolutely.
And if you haven't learned what the value is in every single contact, you need to connect with ERM for their networking events or their training events.
You want to know, should you be scheduling a one-on-one? Should you connect via social media? Should you simply send a thank you note? There's a lot of different methods that you can use in order to follow up.
Well, but here's the thing is when you know what type of value each contact has, whether they're a vendor, a potential power partner, referral partner, customer, you follow up and you treat them differently. You don't treat everybody exactly the same. Not everybody in there is a potential customer, or at least maybe not yet, but they all have a value. Extreme Relationship Management, the toll-free number, 855-I-LIKE-ERM, 855-I-LIKE-ERM, or find them online at extremerelationshipmanagement.com.
They are a training company for professionals who network. All right, let's see if we can go to the phone lines and talk to a different kind of networker. We're talking, of course, of Chris Kaiser of C-Square Computer Consulting. Chris, welcome to the show.
Good day to you.
How are you, my friend?
I am peachy, and yourself?
I love it. Do you FU? Follow up?
Frequently.
I figured you did, because you've always been a good supporter and listener of the Experience Pros radio show. You know all about the FU.
And I know that I may not treat everybody the same, but I will treat them fairly.
Oh, all right. I like how you're going with that.
Okay.
Coaching adage, yes.
What is our tip from C-Square Computer Consulting today?
Just kind of hitting this because we're getting a lot of buzzer questions about it, but Windows 10 is just around the corner with the release date of July 29th. There's a lot of back and forth about it, but some people are seeing icons on their computer about, upgrade to Windows 10 for free and sign up now. And so just kind of explain, that's what it is. It's just around the corner, and Microsoft is for a short time. I have not received information on when an expiration or, when the offer expires, but right now they're offering Windows 10 for current Windows 7 and Windows 8 users for free. And the launch date will be coming out in 2 weeks, scheduled July 29th right now. And so, yeah, lots happening with that.
Well, okay, so when they say download it for free, that's not a scam?
Not a scam. In the bottom right corner, and you can always kind of go online, check. You can look up, Windows 10. Microsoft.com's got a great site on, features about Windows 10 and explains how to get the upgrade. But typically where your Windows Update icon pops up in the lower right-hand corner of the computer screen, there's a little Windows icon. You put your mouse over it, it'll ask you, to basically sign up now to be notified. And you click on that, and you go through the process. Then your computer is kind of registered, and when Windows 10 is released and available, it will become like a Windows Update. It will become available for download and installation. You can also choose to put that off or do it later, but still sign up and be eligible for the free Windows 10 upgrade.
This is why I love C-Square Computer Consulting so much, because you need a trusted voice. If I saw something on the lower right-hand corner of my computer screen and I didn't know what it was and it says click here to upgrade and get for free,
well,
when was Microsoft giving anything away?
That was my point, is when the last time people think of Microsoft and free in the same sentence?
Now, I heard that if I shared an update that Bill Gates would write me a check.
For $1 million.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely.
I love this. You are the voice
that
of
on the internet.
Yes. You're the voice of safety and sanity in the IT world, Chris, and I love what you bring to the table. Hey, how do people get in touch with you, and so that maybe they want to hire you to click that button?
Hey, please do. Give us a call at 303-933-1113. You can find us on the web at c2cc.net or check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/C2IT.
You are awesome. C-Squared Computer Consulting has been a supporter of the Experience Pros radio show since day one. They are fantastic. Always remind you to back up your data on the 2nd of every month here on the show as well. 303-933-1113. Chris, thank you so much for the call.
Thank you. You guys have a wonderful day.
You betcha. Calling all the single ladies. Yeah, calling all the single ladies. If you want to get engaged.
Eric's going to put a ring on it.
Hey, whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, no?
Settle down now.
Oh, that wasn't where you were going?
I was just saying, if you want to get engaged, you need to know our next guest who's going to help you engage in social media. Put a ring
Put the ring away.
Jeez.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436. 303-734-9436.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff-it-up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706 or visit RivieraFinance.com.
Get yourself back on track with your mid-year vision screening. We're not checking your eyesight. We're checking in on your vision and your big, hairy, audacious goals that you set at the beginning of the year. If you attended the Success Unleashed Summit in January, you experienced the power of having a strong vision and written goals to keep you on track. The Epic Summer Summit is the perfect place for you to get back on track and to get your vision checked. Carrie Conley with the Infinite Nation will be presenting a 2-hour workshop, followed by a Connecting Experts vendor event and networking on Thursday, July 30th at the PPA Event Center. Sign up to attend the Epic Summer Summit at theconnectingexperts.com. You can sign up to attend as a guest or as a vendor. Get your vision checked.
Tune in every Monday at 11:35 for What's Going On with Jim Smith from Prudential. Jim will host a lively conversation about the financial and investment topics you're asking about. You can call Jim and his Prudential team directly at 303-669-9701 and tune in on Monday mornings right here on the Experience Pros radio show.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
I'm John Walsh.
I'm Ed Smart. When a child is abducted, time is critical.
That's why Amber Alert is so important. The public is notified when a child is abducted.
It's a partnership between broadcasters, law enforcement, transportation, and you.
Thanks for making Amber Alert happen.
John Rush during the afternoon rush, today at 3 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show. Get up off of that thing and figure out your social media once and for all, will you?
I am still so surprised at how many companies are shying away from social media and don't see the value in connecting with every single eyeball is.
They're scared.
But, you know, this is just me, and I really enjoy it. So we brought in our expert, Lisa Haas, founder and president of Actuate Social. She offers training and consulting programs designed to give businesses a solid roadmap for managing your own social communications. And I think that's probably the scary part. It's like we don't know what to do.
Right.
You need help. Lisa Haas is your expert. Lisa, welcome to the Experience Pros radio show.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here with both of you today.
Well, very, very nice to have you along with us. We've been following your career for a very long time, and we want to know, where does business belong in social media?
Not every network is necessarily the same. So a lot of businesses think, oh, I need to be everywhere.
Right.
Right, and then they get spread too thin, they get intimidated, they get stressed out, and then they stop. Which is one of the worst things you can do when it comes to building a relationship. You're talking about that follow-up, right? This is a way to be able to touch people in a follow-up environment. So one of the things we teach at Actuate Social is that this is about a communication strategy, not necessarily a media strategy. So I struggle with social media and that it's social communication. Right?
Oh, that is a
I think we should just change the name of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Effective now. All social media will now be called social communication.
Perfect.
Her Lisa Haas.
My job here is done.
Yes,
all right.
You did it. You're done.
You heard it here first, folks.
Super. So when we start thinking about that communication, it's sort of a body of communication, right? It always starts with the why, the foundation, the legs, the base of who you are, right? It always starts with why are you in business?
Right.
Especially the younger generation, they really need to know what is it you stand for. So if you have a really clear understanding of why is it you're in business, and it can't just be to make money, then you can begin to move into the social media networks.
Wait, what? It is about making money.
Well, that's certainly a component of it, but I'm in business to serve my clients.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, that's what
That's all fancy and noble.
I like to make money too, don't get me wrong.
All right. I get it.
But
You gotta have a why that's deeper than the financial
not just
remuneration.
transaction, but people.
Gotcha.
Exactly. I always have been telling people if you love what you do, the money will come.
That's
right?
the truth.
So when you think about the body of communication, starting with the legs, which is what your why is, as you move up into the Google world, I call that the spine. Really, it's the nervous system.
Yeah.
Right? We all go to Google. Like Pam was saying earlier, you go to Google.
Yeah.
And if they can't find you, you've lost trust. Right? If you have to have no like and trust with each other. And so if they can't find you, they'll just keep moving on to the next competitor.
Yeah, because somebody else, they'll find somebody.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, there's somebody there that they can find, and that's who they're going to be, I don't know, kind of enamored with. Right?
Oh, completely. And then you throw in some testimonials. You get an opportunity to see their voice in your voice, right? And now you're starting to build that trust component.
Okay, so we got the legs, we got the spine. Let's get to that beautiful face.
I love the face. The face is all about YouTube. It's about putting video really on your network and showing the face of your organization. I get to look in your eyes, tonality of your voice, right? If I can get you writing things down, I've also got you now on all 3 learning levels. So if you're very into education, entertainment, those types of things, if you can put a face on your organization through video, people are going to really feel like they know you. Plus, we're a bit of an ADD society, right? And so we sort of need to be hit a number of times before we really begin to engage you into a buying decision.
Now, Lisa, you know, we broadcast this show live stream to YouTube, and it's there for the archives always. But when we shoot our little 2-minute videos, so help me, it could take me 5 hours to shoot a 2-minute video, because when the little red light goes on, I'm like, humming. How do you counsel people to make YouTube videos that are effective?
I think it's all about giving a piece of yourself, right? This is an acronym. We talk about what to say on social media, and this works on every network, including YouTube.
Okay.
Really, it's when we're out here networking with one another, right? Shaking hands, kissing babies, we're giving a piece of ourselves, right? And that we're going to get piece back. So when you think about that, it's an acronym. The P is to promote, right? We're okay to promote, but you only want to do that about 20% of the time, because then you'll start to turn off your audience, right? They have to trust you before you can start selling something to them.
Sure.
So the other 80% is all about relationship building, right? Which is why I'm part of Experience Pros, because they're all about relationship building, right? And so when we're doing the rest of it, the I is to give insight into your company. What's happening, right? Makes me feel like I have inside scoop. The E is educate. The more you make me savvy, the more I'm going to trust you, right? And know that the buying I'm making, the decision I'm making is a good one. So buyer's remorse starts to go.
Sure.
When you move to C, collaborate with me. Ask me questions, right? In those networking groups, somebody comes up and talks at you instead of with you.
Sure.
Right? Collaborate. And plus, if I get to chime in on things you're going to do inside your business, boy, I'm highly loyal. Right? If you pick my thing, right? I'm really going to love being around you. And then the final E in giving a piece of yourself is to entertain, right? You've got to show some likability in place. Likability is one of the number one reasons why people will purchase from you. So don't be afraid to share a little bit of yourself personally, or even just pattern interrupt. A good inspirational quote. What are you reading? What activities are going on in your life that might be a little bit outside the box, might be humorous, evoking some sort of an emotional reaction?
I love this acronym piece because, everybody always, what do I say? What do I do? Having the balance of it that, 20% of it is that promotion and 80% of it is where we're actually building those relationships with people. And I love the phrase social communication. And the fact that you say, we were talking about the value of social media the other day in a business group we were in. And, everybody is, there's so much negativity on social media,
especially during an election cycle.
But there's a lot of special interests and different things that are going on. And so, is there really still a place for our businesses and really a place for people to be online? And I was thinking, I stay connected with people. I get to find out what people are doing. I feel like I'm still connected. You said it's the sweetest tool for following up and staying in that relationship.
Absolutely. I mean, the key is to stay top of mind. I started in radio and newspaper, and everything was, how do I continue to drip on you so you don't forget me?
Right.
It's called a TOMA strategy, top of mind awareness.
Yep.
And so if I touch you a lot and I show that I care and I'm giving a piece of myself consistently,
that would make me so happy.
Right? You're not going to forget me.
Right.
When a need in your marketplace shows up where I might be a good fit, I'm the first one out of your mouth, right? And I create a really loyal client base as a result.
All right, I got a question for you, though, because it sounds like it's all coming from a very authentic, you're giving a piece of myself, right? Mm-hmm. Where does that fit in with the need, and I think there is a need, to sometimes outsource your social media?
Yeah, I think, first of all, this is a very time-consuming world right now, especially as it's being invented around us. When I first started, there weren't dashboard tools. We're doing it all on Excel spreadsheets, right?
Absolutely. Give an example of what a dashboard tool is for people who are not familiar with the vernacular.
Oh, you bet. So one of the tools that we like to use at Actuate is a Hootsuite.
Sure.
Like hoot like an owl, suite like a French room.
Yes.
It allows us to pre-schedule out social media messaging to the various communication networks so that it's ultimately marketing for me while I'm out doing other things.
Understood. Okay. But if we're outsourcing, we're using a dashboard or something like that, our social media, is it really our voice? Are we giving a piece of ourselves, or are they giving a piece of us, and can they do it effectively?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. I think when you have authenticity at the table, which is a core requirement for these networks to work, you have to stay engaged in the process, even if you're outsourcing it. Right. So at Actuate, for example, we do a weekly interview, and we ask those piece questions. So we're constantly expressing the voice of the client, and then they have to engage. I don't know how many times I've called a client of somebody's talking to you on Facebook, right? You need to go out there and be with them, because they can tell when it's a marketer.
That's the truth.
Right? They want access to you. I call it the triple A's of social media. What the audience really wants from you is access.
Yes.
Right? In the 80s and 90s, we had the 1-800 lines and the big box stores, right? And in this century, we're really moving into have access to our brands.
Yep.
When I get there, I want acknowledgement, right? So you better hear me.
Right.
Or I'm really going to get squeaky and start going to the competitor. And then the final is I want an authentic exchange. So not a sales pitch, not a canned message, not an autoresponder. I want an authentic exchange with my brand.
Wow.
Lisa, you get it. You
do.
You know, and you've been able to put, when we talked about the body of social media and in all the different parts having different value, you know, it's almost like biblical. You know, every single part of our body has a necessary piece. You know, not everything does the same thing, but every piece is necessary. You know, all moving parts in our company, from the janitor to the CEO, all parts are necessary. We don't all do the same thing. And I think you have articulated this just brilliantly. I'd love to have you do a presentation for our membership as well. Lisa, if somebody has questions about social media, how to get their brand out there, maybe they want to follow up, get more information about your PEACE acronym, or they are at that place where they just know they need to outsource their media, and you sound like the perfect team to do that. How do they get in touch with you?
You know, obviously you can visit my website, Actuate Social. It's ACTUATE social.com. I'm part of the Experience Pros Network, so that's a great place to go and find me there.
Sure.
And honestly, if you just go to Google and search Actuate Social or Lisa Haas, I'll pop up and dominate those first couple of pages.
Lisa
because
Haas,
I'm very active in social media.
Haas. Lisa, wow, thank you. Just you killed it. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on today.
You betcha.
She says social media is not a rage. It is a new way of doing business. Actuate Social. Check her out. Google her. Lisa Haas, we love having you. Thanks.
Absolutely. Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk to a different Lisa. Yes, that's true. Lisa Manyon comes up next. She's going to help us market your products and services to maximize your sales. Whoa, my head just exploded.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
You've got a great business, lots of customers, and a catchy tagline. Things are going great, right? Has it ever occurred to you that if you were doing so well in your business, someone else might be trying to copy or steal your concept and make it their own? It happens every day. But don't let it happen to you. You need attorney Steve Replin on your side. Much more than just a lawyer, Steve is a business consultant who knows how to protect what's yours while helping you grow it to success. Call Steve today and CYA. That's Cover Your Assets. 303-322-7919. 303-322-7919.
Computers. We can't live a moment without them. My friend sent me an email recently saying she was having 99 problems and 97 of them were because of email and technology. I hate it when it doesn't work, but I'm stuck with how to get past the lockups, the slow retrieval, and lost data. This is what Binkley IT specializes in. All your computer quirks and hang-ups. They'll take care of you, and often they can do it remotely. Call our friends at Binkley IT and solve your IT puzzle one piece at a time. Call 720-254-1057, 720-254-1057. And if your computer is still working, look them up online at binkleyit.com.
Dude, your wife's hot.
I know, right?
I'm not kidding. She's really hot.
Yeah, I married up.
I'm trying to tell you, your wife's hot.
Will someone please call Bowman Heating and Air? It's 90 degrees in here.
Don't let anyone else tell you how hot your wife is. Call Bowman Heating and Air today. 303-622-6502. Bowman Heating and Air, keeping couples together and relationships cool. Ask about the preventative maintenance option with a 100% mechanical guarantee. BowmanHVAC.com.
Let's face it, you're stuck. Sure, your business is stable, but you've been floundering it even for too long. It's time to call Stephanie Scheller. Stephanie is a systems, business, and marketing coach who's helped over 300 companies improve their results by setting up systems and holding them accountable to trackable growth. Sometimes all you need is a fresh perspective and a little bit of accountability to break through to the next level of your success story. Call Stephanie today, 210-426-6956, and just talk to her. 210-426-6956. She can help. It's your business. Call today.
Did you get some great customer service today? Did someone make you feel a little happier for doing business with them?
Give them a fan brag. This is Eric, and you can call into Fan Braggin Friday and share your story with me and Angel on the air, or you can write a fan brag at experiencepros.com.
Once you start looking for great customer service, you'll find it's in more places than you thought. Share your great finds with us by calling 855-FANBRAG during our Friday show. Kindness is so simple, and we want to hear from you.
As a business owner, you know what it's like to wear a bunch of hats, and we know it too, which is why our very best advice to you is to outsource your accounting to By the Numbers Bookkeeping and Accounting. Philip Aronoff is well known to listeners and members of the Experience Pros Network. He was voted the best bookkeeper in the state of Colorado during the Fan Braggin contest, and he can absolutely help you build your business while making sure your accounting is all taken care of. Call Philip today and take that bookkeeping hat off for good. 720-837-0860. That's 720-837-0860.
John Rush, this afternoon from 3 to 6 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show, where we know how to strategize.
Is that a word? You can't just make up a word.
George
What are you,
Bush.
Shakespeare?
George Bush said it was. W.
All right.
Strategize.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, as entrepreneurs, we do often make up words that just seem to fit what it is that we're doing a little better than something that's already in the dictionary. Well, you know who does that incredibly well is our friend Lisa Manyon. She is the business marketing architect, a copywriting and content strategist for mission-driven entrepreneurs. You can follow her on her website and her blog at writeoncreative.com. W-R-I-T-E, as if you're writing.
Oh, I get it.
Think about your words, writeoncreative.com. Lisa, welcome to the Experience Pros radio show.
Thanks so much. It's always great to be here, Angel and Eric.
You bring a smile every time. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about marketing your business to maximize sales. And the reason I'm so passionate about this is because often people miss the mark when it comes to being really strategic. I'm not sure what word you made up, Eric. I can't say it again. But,
Strategizing.
Yes, exactly. So they're just not as strategic as they need to be with each of their products, services, and offerings, and sometimes things then just get lost in the mix. So we just want to talk about some ways that we can maximize sales and make sure that doesn't happen.
Absolutely, because, we're out there, we're trying, we put all this time and effort, we need sales, and then when we're just floundering, we don't even realize it's because of the things that we're not doing correctly. So lead on, Lisa, our expert. What are some strategies that will help us maximize sales?
Well, one of the things that I always like to share is that strategy and content will never go out of style. So as long as you're really, really clear about your mission and your message and you have a strategy to get that out in the world, you're going to be golden. And I like to stress this because oftentimes people get really overwhelmed because of all the changes in technology, all of the different media platforms available out there, and they start to kind of become overwhelmed. They get a little bit tangled up in the tech and the to-dos is what I like to say.
Sure. Because that's what's kind of coming at us, right? But I like that you say that when you've got a good content and a good strategy, that it doesn't matter what platform. And so even as technology changes, you'll be able to evolve.
Exactly, and you can adapt it to whatever medium you want to play with or whatever tech platform you want to play with. So I think if we just break it down and simplify it and say, look, let's just be really clear on the message we're getting out there. Let's be clear on what our strategy is with that message, as in what do we want people to do when they hear the message. And the rest doesn't have to be that complicated because you'll know if individual platforms or media outlets fit with what you're trying to do.
All right, so Lisa, this next tip that you're getting ready to bring, I think we've got a couple of products, we've got a couple of services, but we really just put it all under one umbrella and kind of think that most of the secondary things are just, those are going to be my mailbox.
Buy my stuff.
Money, my passive revenue. What's a good strategy for that?
Oh my gosh, well, each of your products, service, and offers needs to have its own marketing plan, and this is one of the biggest mistakes that I see people making. It's okay to have different offerings under your big overarching umbrella. I offer a ton of different things through Right On Creative, but each of those offerings has to have their own plan because often people will sell the dream or the promise of passive income, meaning you're just going to sort of set it and forget it, especially online, and that doesn't even really exist because really it's leveraging income because there's always going to be some money that you have to put out to make money. So I don't know of one single person who's created a revenue stream and just kind of set it and forget it and continues to get money without there being any fees associated.
Yeah, no, you have to definitely do that. All right, so Lisa, how do you keep everything? I'm going to use the word audited. How do you make sure that everything is audited and reviewed?
Well, I think it's important to, of course, you've got your content and your strategy in place. You know that you've got a plan for each product and service, and you just really need to review that. You need to look at it and say, as far as the marketing audit goes, is this really working? Are my most powerful solutions, really being reverse engineered into profitable income streams? Because sometimes we have great ideas, and they sound great, and we put our plan in place, and we're marketing, and we're really not getting the return on investment. So you just want to look at that, and the same thing goes for your content strategy plan. You want to make sure that your message is really getting out there in the way that you need it to, on the platforms you need it to, in order to get the results
Lisa,
that you desire.
We did an audit at the end of last year over some of the different products and services we were offering, and we actually discovered that something we were offering cost me more than I was charging for it. But because we had sold so many, I didn't realize that until we did the audit, and that was an awful discovery.
Joe.
That we had done that, and so kind of helped us to eliminate some things that really weren't good. They might sound fun, but they really weren't turning a profit. Create some adjustments in pricing for some things that we were actually losing money on, which was embarrassing. Anyways, it put us in a stronger position to come into the new year with smarter pricing, smarter packaging, knowing what to put our attention on, and to kind of, let some of those underserved or underselling items go away. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and sometimes that's difficult because we create our products, our services, and our offers, and they're kind of like little kids, right?
Yes,
We've created them, and we want to nurture them and keep them around.
I want to pet him
sometimes
and
it's
feed
time
him.
for them to go on their own.
Absolutely.
It is. It's hard to let go. Yeah, you're emotionally attached to it. But doing an audit, doing a review, and sometimes it's even nice to kind of have somebody on the outside to help you walk through it, almost like when you're purging and cleaning out your closet, right? To have somebody else saying, yeah, no, you will never wear that again.
It is so true, and I have to have people step in and help me because I am in the process of actually streamlining a lot of my own offers, and some of them I don't want to let go of, but I know I need to because they're either not profitable or they need to be updated or whatever it might be, and it changes. What might have worked once upon a time may not be working today, and so it's really important to course correct.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Lisa, where do people find more information about you and your services?
They can go to my website at writeoncreative.com, and it's WRITEONCREATIVE.com. There's tons of free resources there, including my free copywriting action plan to help you create marketing messages with integrity.
WriteOnCreative.com. That's WRITE on creative.com. Lisa Manyon always here on the what is this, the third Thursday?
Third Thursday.
Wow.
Yes,
every
indeed.
month. Yeah, she's been a great expert for us. We're actually hoping to bring Lisa into town later on in the fall and introduce her to our network, which will be just kind of dynamite, and we'll actually get to meet Lisa face to face.
You're not just teasing me now.
I'm not teasing you.
No, I think it's really going to happen, and I'm so excited.
Love it, love it. Lisa, thanks for the call. We sure appreciate you.
Likewise, thank you.
All right. Lisa Manyon with Write On Creative, WRITEON creative.com. Have you checked your calendar?
I check it every day. Oh my gosh, it is so exciting to see all the fun stuff that is coming up on just in this week. We have events from our friends over at the Replin Law Group, ATA Family Martial Arts, Amazing Creations, Major Mom, Karen Corona, and you can see it all in one place. You can get a month at a glance, or you can see it the weekly, or you can create an agenda, any style you like. Make sure you subscribe to the Experience Pros calendar.
Absolutely. Subscribe, and then our calendar becomes your calendar. It doesn't overtake. It just kind of, we blend. We blend well.
Then we go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, I like that. Hand in glove.
Peanut butter and chocolate.
Chocolate and, you took the one I was going to say. All right. Okay, well, good deal. You get the idea.
Chocolate.
And everything?
And white chocolate.
Okay. All right, we got it. Hey, we do have to take a quick station ID here at the top of the hour. Make sure that you get the news and all of that. But I have a surprise for you. There's a whole other hour of positive business talk coming up next. Colorado National Guard is in the house. We're going to talk to them. Lots of things to learn and listen to coming next on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Dana Lash, tonight at 6 on KLZ 560.
SquareTrade does not cover lost or stolen items. Savings based on 2-year iPhone plan with one claim compared to Asurion total equipment coverage as of April 10th, 2015.
Getting a new Galaxy, iPhone, or other smartphone? Get this. Every 2 seconds, one of us accidentally breaks our phone. So protecting your new smartphone is a smart idea. But if you have insurance from one of those big cell phone companies, you're paying way too much. I'm Steve Aberneth, and I founded SquareTrade to give you a better choice. Phone insurance from Verizon, Sprint, or other wireless carriers can cost you as much as $11 every month, plus up to a $199 deductible when you break your phone. SquareTrade phone protection is less than $5 a month with a much lower deductible. We can save you over $240. And switching to SquareTrade is easy. Even if you're locked into a 2-year phone contract with Verizon, Sprint, or other wireless carrier, you can cancel their phone insurance anytime. We'll even show you how.
Switch to SquareTrade now and save over $240. Visit squaretrade.com. That's squaretrade.com.
SquareTrade! KLZ AM 560, KLZ HD Denver. Listen live at klz560radio.com. KLZ 560.
This is the Blaze Radio News. I'm Chris Barnes. A former president is injured in a fall last night. Here's more from the Blaze Radio's Robin Walensky.
Former President George H.W. Bush in stable condition after falling and breaking a bone in his neck at his home in Kennebunkport, Maine. Bush is 91 years old.
And a spokesman for the former president says they don't expect him to be in the hospital for long, but he's going to have to wear a neck brace for a while. The Wisconsin Supreme Court handing Republican presidential candidate Scott Walker a major victory by ending an investigation into whether the governor's 2012 recall campaign coordinated illegally with conservative groups. No one had been charged in the investigation, but questions about the probe have dogged Walker for months. The court's action eliminating now a legal headache for Walker, who is in his first week campaigning since declaring his White House run. A scare in space for the crew of the International Space Station.
It was playing it conservatively.
Debris from a Russian satellite approaching the International Space Station. NASA saying the ISS crew was ordered to shelter in place.
This was a precautionary step for the Expedition 44 crew to move into their small Soyuz spacecraft.
NASA saying experts were not under the impression the debris would actually impact the space station, but they didn't want to take any chances.
Because of a late notification of a piece of space debris which had been identified as a fragment of an old Russian weather observation satellite.
The all-clear given just after 8 a.m. Eastern, the crew allowed to resume their normal day-to-day routine. And not everyone thrilled with Amazon's heavily promoted sales event yesterday.
Promoted as a 24-hour sales event that would rival Black Friday, shoppers were left mostly disappointed, with some even comparing it to April Fool's Day.
That's the Blaze Radio's Greg Moore. This is news on the Blaze Radio Network. Truth lives here.
The Blaze Radio News on KLZ 560 Denver. Dana Lash, tonight at 6 on KLZ 560.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business, and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us. We're here to remind you that small business is big business. Your business is our business. How you doing?
Why you gotta brace me like that? he gave me this little. How you doing? Are you gonna be able to take this one, Angel? Or how's the mood? How much coffee have you had? Are you with me?
I came out swinging in the first hour.
He did.
Only
He thought
to
he could call me
discover
to task.
that it was my blunder again.
I wonder, but it is almost humorous. I just have to say, every time Eric thinks he's got me, right? He would kind of back me into a corner, like, okay, Angel, she's going to have to eat her words. I got her, she said to do this, but she did something opposite. And he gets this, he's like the Cheshire Cat, and he's like this big grin on his face.
You have to understand.
And he's like strutting around like a peacock. He's like...
We have phrases here, isms and osophies is what we call them, Eric-isms, Angel-osophies. And one of them is, Angel, you are always right.
Except
when you're wrong.
Except when I'm wrong.
And I will be the one to notify you.
He loves to be the one
Problem
to
is, it's so
notify
damn
me.
rare.
And it's true. And sometimes I am wrong, and I know that. And nobody's always right? Not perfect, but I will rarely say something unless I know it's right, or do something unless I already know it's right. And so that's where it's not so much that I'm always right, I just don't act on something if I think it's wrong. You, on the other hand, says whatever comes out of his mouth just kind of flies like, thought, enter. Like, no, Eric, no.
Speaking of flies, in Berezniki, Russia. Have you ever been to Berezniki, Russia?
I have not been to Russia.
Well, in Berezniki, Russia, there is, every year, they have a mosquito festival.
They have a mosquito... So, I imagine it's probably like a festival, just, Well,
there's a mascot that looks like a mosquito.
Okay.
Why? But this year, they've introduced a brand new event. It's called the Most Delicious Girl Contest.
Okay.
They're seeking the most delicious girl, and it's a 3-day event in July for folks who appreciate the fact that there is an infestation of mosquitoes.
How do you find out who is the most delicious?
They are seeking women in shorts and vests, and they will stand still for 20 minutes, allowing the bloodsuckers to feast.
No.
An expert panel of judges, including a doctor, will examine their bodies, and the winner will be the one with the most bites.
Do you have some Benadryl or something to give to these poor girls after all that?
Oh.
I remember one time going to Minnesota. Was it Minnesota?
Probably.
Michigan? I don't know.
Yeah. Michigan actually, you have to have a license for the mosquitoes.
And we were at a campground, and we were watching a movie. One of those outdoor camping movies.
Yeah.
And my daughter had a short-sleeved T-shirt, and she had a blanket, but she had her one arm outside of the blanket.
Oh.
And she watched a movie.
Her
entire arm was completely swollen. She must have had 100 mosquito bites. Why would you allow to be eaten alive?
Considered the most delicious girl. Wouldn't you love to have that title?
No.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
No.
All right.
I have 2 mosquito bites right now. Does that count?
You are not the most delicious girl.
I am not the most delicious girl. Actually, I have a third one. I have 2 on my arm and 1 on my leg.
Well, you're climbing up the ladder.
All right.
Who knows? I'm going to send you to Berezniki, Russia.
Okay, but here's the thing. Yeah. So here's how mosquitoes work, right? They come and they bite you once. Well, whether you're delicious or not.
No, they bite you many times.
No. Somebody else comes and bites you the second time.
Not necessarily.
They would rebite you?
Of course. Yeah, it's not like a bee where they lose their stinger.
Oh, really? I kind of thought it was just a one-time
thing. They have
thing.
a proboscis.
I thought a mosquito bite was a one-time per button.
No. Next time on the Experience Pros Radio Show, we'll talk about the word proboscis. We'll be back after these messages of the Colorado National Guard.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Finding care for an aging parent or loved one can be a simple and hassle-free process with Home Care Assistance Denver by your side. They are locally owned and provide hourly as well as 24/7 live-in services by caregivers that are custom-matched based on client needs. They personalize every care plan to fit your loved one's very specific needs. Call them today to schedule your free in-home assessment. 720-443-3371. 720-443-3371. More information can be found at homecareassistancedenver.com. They love serving your loved ones. Call now, 720-443-3371.
Imagine having a business partner watch over your computer systems day and night, actively responding to changing needs in your environment, helping make sure things run fast and smooth, protecting your valuable information. With Availability, our managed services platform, C-Squared Computer Consulting can provide 24/7 monitoring, manage updates, and optimize your systems. Let C-Squared be your business partner. Call us at 303-933-1113. Mention Experience Pros, and we'll waive the setup fee.
Are you providing benefits for your employees? There are many ways to help them and also help yourself using tax-deferred plans, executive bonuses, and the like. Talk about it with someone you trust. Call me today, and let's explore what is the best answer for you. 720-356-6474. 720-356-6474. This is Jim Smith with Prudential. Tune in every Monday morning for more tips at 11:35 right here on the Experience Pros radio show.
Let's talk about advertising. It's a key element for growing your company and making sure people are aware of your brand. If you're going to put a half-page ad into a magazine with 60,000 in circulation, it'll cost about $1,500, and you get to be in front of your target audience. If you're going to attend a big trade show, you're going to spend about $1,500, and you get to interact with potential clients. If you're going to sponsor a foursome in a golf tournament, you're going to spend about $1,500, and you get to support your favorite charity. At Experience Pros, $1,500 goes a long ways. You get an entire year of membership with business networking, online customizable listing, featured ads, 3 radio spots during the year, speaking opportunities, sponsorship options, and more. Sign up today at experiencepros.com.
Friends, this is Eric, and I want to turn you on to a fantastic bi-monthly patriotic newsletter I've discovered. It's called The Pen, and it's a compilation of numerous patriotic writers packed with political information that you won't find in the newspaper. Contact my friend Beth Ann for a free sample copy at csctalkradio.com or send $24.95 to P.O. Box 73, California, Missouri 65018 to receive The Pen for an entire year. The Pen, promoting liberty and keeping patriots informed. Subscribe today. csctalkradio.com. That's csctalkradio.com.
Advertising is really effective, especially for small business. Turn your company into a household name by advertising on the Experience Pros radio show. We'll help you build a trusted reputation with the professionals who listen to the program. You'll connect with the right audience and at the right price. Advertise with the Experience Pros radio show. Sign up at experiencepros.com and put your brand on the tip of your customer's tongue. Sign up today and start advertising with the Experience Pros at experiencepros.com.
Dana Lash, 6 to 9 p.m. weekdays on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. You know, at this time every month, we love to have the Colorado National Guard here in the studio. We always learn more about their mission and their priorities.
Absolutely. Our liaison for the Colorado National Guard is Captain Darren Overstreet. It is still Captain?
It's still Captain, okay. Yes. You'll know when it's not.
You know what? I was thinking that it had changed, so I'm so sorry. Captain Overstreet, welcome to the show.
Thank you, guys. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. Who did you bring for us today?
Well, I have Craig Dorman. He was the legislative liaison for the Colorado Department of Military and Veterans Affairs, but more importantly, he was the program manager for the study we're going to discuss today. In Colorado, you know, it's often known that we have more federal agencies than any other state outside of Virginia. We have military bases all over the place, but we've never really done a comprehensive study or assessment to find out what all of that military presence does for Colorado and what Colorado does for the Department of Defense. So that's what Greg is here to talk about with a study that was undertaken last year.
Greg Dorman, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much, and good morning.
Good morning. And now you handed us a couple of documents here, and it's the military that we're talking to and about. So the report on the comprehensive military value of economic impact of Department of Defense activities in Colorado. That's a mouthful. What am I holding?
Well, it's a government study, so we had to give it a really obtuse name so that no one would understand it.
Right.
And it would most likely be very flat and comfortable for your coffee cup.
So make it Eric Raymer approved.
Okay. This report had two major goals. One was to really assess what Colorado brings to the Department of Defense. We need to tell our story as a state to the Department of Defense as they make decisions going forward about what they want to keep, what they want to move, what they want to move around the country. And so we really wanted to make sure that our voice was heard in terms of the value that this state brings. Great airspace, great land and ranges for training, great place to live in terms of education, and communities for our service members to live and raise their families, and also great transportation infrastructure. We have amazing, roads, airports, access in and out of the state, even though we're kind of in the middle of the country. So that was goal number one. Goal number two was to codify and define the economic impacts, because what we've done in the past is we said, well, we've got a base over here and a base over there, and these bases have a certain impact that they define themselves. But we were never really putting all the pieces of the puzzle together, and that would include grants, research grants to the universities. Sometimes the Department of Defense gives economic adjustment grants to communities, things like that, contracts that were just never pieced together fully.
All right, so I was actually surprised at how little this report
it's only 80 pages.
And it actually has decent sized font in it, for being so small. I always think of everything that comes from the government. We often think, and I know it's probably bad rap and poor perception on society, but that there's a lot of waste, that there's just a lot of redundancy or a lot of waste, or you heard they spend $150 on a stapler. I mean, ridiculous little things, which probably aren't true, but somehow that information just kind of leaks out. This actually looks really effective and
efficient.
Right.
Well, there are other states that are conducting similar studies. The budget for this study was $300,000. Some other states, to remain unnamed, are spending in the $7 to $8 million range. And so we like to think that we get good bang for our buck here in Colorado.
Mean.
Yeah, and we make smart decisions, and we can get there without putting all the gold letters on top.
We got good people. We got really good people.
Greg, were there any surprises across the boards on this study for you or for the people who are doing the study?
I think the biggest surprise overall was the bottom line number. So the economic impact of the Department of Defense in Colorado is $27 billion a year. And so, yeah, that's...
a billion with a B?
With a B.
Wow.
And so that was something that we had never really quantified, because we were just taking the bases, and Fort Carson would say we're $2.1 billion, and then Peterson Air Force Base would say we're $1.8 billion. We just add them up and we get around $6.5–7 billion every year. But as I said before, we were missing all these other pieces.
Right.
And so when you look at statewide, that's a huge number. And it's, per the economists, that's third largest industry in the state, tied with agriculture. So if you think about the role that agriculture plays in this state. So bringing that number to bear and really sharing that with people is important. And I really thank you for having me on this morning, because that's something people need to understand.
You bet. You bet.
Well, and that's, Darren always, he's very involved with, bringing us the information to the community that is helpful, and the stories that need to be told. And we're honored to be a venue for you guys to tell those stories. So what is Colorado, and what are business leaders? What do we do with this information? Because it's kind of cool.
And that's a great question. So what I've been doing is traveling around, so far mostly on the Front Range, but I hope to get on the Western Slope, and really talking to regional business alliance, chamber type organizations about this, and about how the impacts go much beyond the geographical region of the bases. I think that's one of the key takeaways, is just because you can't see a base from your backyard doesn't mean that it doesn't impact your business or your community even hundreds of miles away.
You know, there are families, and there are extended families, and then there's, you know, the folks, of course, in the National Guard, we talk about the folks who have jobs and participate in the small business backbone of the Colorado economy. I love this. I really do. Where do people, can people, the public, get their hands on a copy of this?
Certainly. So we've posted on our website, which is colorado.gov/DMVA for our department, and it's right on the front page. Can't miss it. It's right there.
DMVA standing for Department of Military and Veterans Affairs. DM, as in Michael, VA. Love this. Any last thoughts that we want to share with our listeners?
I would just say, please look at the report. Please read it. And please share it with those who may not be listening right now.
Yeah.
And definitely turn to Table 2, because if you look at that, it shows all the jobs that are created by the military by county, so all 64 counties in Colorado. And so I think that is really something that shows how broad this reach is.
Love that. Table 2.
Table 2, Eric, it's on page 15.
I'm looking for it.
Wow, look at all those pages. Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
170,000.
Yes. So
I'm looking at a different
This is
book.
good stuff. This is good stuff. Greg, thank you so much for being our guest today and for sharing that information and helping us get it out there and just being and having such a great impact here in the state of Colorado. You just do a fine job.
Well, thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you for your service to our state as well. Captain Overstreet, thank you for your service to our country, to our state, and to this Experience Pros leadership or listenership.
It's my pleasure. I think that one of the things that we should really take away from this, too, is that as some of these smaller cities and such in Colorado are looking to grow and develop themselves, think about how they can include military into their, whether it's National Guard, defense contractors, or active duty military. Because in this study, you'll see that there are only 2 counties that don't show any jobs related to military or defense matters. So,
wow. Wow. All right.
It impacts us.
Find out the counties and tell them you want a military base in.
Tell them, put some people there.
All right. Thank you so very much for being here. And folks, don't go anywhere. We come back. More positive business talk. You're listening to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
The business professionals at Extreme Relationship Management know that networking is one of the best ways to create word-of-mouth marketing for your business. They also know that many of you feel like it's a complete waste of time. The difference is knowing how to network and what to do with all those business cards that you collect. Tune in every Thursday to learn about the ERM networking laws, and be sure to sign up for the next ERM class. Extreme Relationship Management offers training and events to help you realize how rewarding networking can be. Train it the ERM way. Find them online at extremerelationshipmanagement.com and call 855-I-LIKE-ERM to find out more about their next class.
One of the most important tools in your business is your phone, and you can't afford dropped calls. You can afford Edgetronics. They get your phone system to work for you, not against you. As a certified veteran-owned business, they'll serve your business with honor, and they guarantee you'll always be able to reach them. Call today at 303-766-1699. That's 303-766-1699. Give your phone some love, and you'll love the outcome. You can't afford intermittent service or static phone lines. You can afford Edgetronics. 303-766-1699 or online at edgetronics, that's with an X.com.
Gentlemen,
It's time to step it up a notch. I'm talking about your clothing. Sure, we're all super casual here in Colorado, but there's something to be said for dressing to match your market. You need personal stylist Michelle Martinez. Michelle will come to where you are, custom measure you for an unmatched fit, and help you find your next outfit, all without breaking the bank. Luxury starts with premium materials, and Michelle's got the best Italian fabrics. And talk about value, your clothes delivered straight to you, saving you tons. Call Michelle today, 720-261-4914. That's 720-261-4914.
Landlords, listen up. If you have investment property, you need Legacy Properties PM. Devin Bewley will absolutely get you the highest rent possible, handle every imaginable emergency, and make sure that your property is well cared for. He visits every property regularly and knows that he's working for you. Legacy Properties PM, where their promise to you is simple. If your property isn't earning you money, you owe them nothing. There's nothing to lose. 720-989-1996. Mention Experience Pros and they'll waive the first month's management fee.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Dana Lash, tonight at 6 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you again for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. Listen, we all know that time management is a buzzword in small business.
It's not a buzzword.
Sure it
it's
is.
Necessary.
Whatever.
If we're not managing our time, then we're busy. We get through the day, but we didn't actually do anything. We didn't get anything done. We didn't move the dial.
Well, my friend Lolly Daskell, who is the president and CEO of Lead From Within, has a thing or two to say about several time management things that you may be doing that are a complete waste of time.
What?
Yep.
What?
Here it is. Are you fixated on do-it-yourself projects? Do you have to be that person because you can't trust anyone else to do it correctly? You are wasting
You might be Eric Raymer.
Well, oh my gosh, you did not just do that. Listen, there is a difference between my need to understand and be able to replicate whatever it is we outsource.
He's got to do it all. He's got to know everything.
I have to know how all of it is done. There's a difference.
He really does want to micromanage.
Do you remember the phrase, it's not my job to do everything, it is my job to make sure that everything gets done?
I liked the phrase.
This is the same thing.
I like the phrase. I do like the phrase.
It's the same thing.
But there's an opportunity cost that while we're waiting for Eric to learn how to do it so that we can pass it off to outsourcing, there's an opportunity cost while we're waiting.
Absolutely. So we should all just blindly give it away now.
It's not blindly. We've hired on an expert that we trust.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the next thing that Lolly Daskell says is, it's a complete waste
He's
of time.
like that in the car, too, when I'm driving.
Hey.
He's like, if I come up to like a left, like I'm going to make a left turn, or he's got to like crane his neck. Anybody coming to the left? Anybody coming to the right? He is like such a backseat driver. It is.
Kidding me?
You do that.
We're about ready to jump track here.
We're not. I'm just saying. But if you're like that in some places, you're like that everywhere.
Shall we continue your conversation or mine?
Which one?
Operating without a goal. If you don't have clear goals and well-defined objectives, the odds are your work lacks direction and purpose.
Okay, but that's not a time management thing, operating without a goal.
Are you kidding me? If you're just blindly going and doing whatever you think you should be going and doing,
right, you have
are
no time
wasting
management.
time.
Yeah, you have no time management.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, but I thought she was saying these are a time management thing that I was doing.
Things that are making your time wasted.
That she said that my time management tips were a waste of time.
Time management.
This is no
wasted.
management
You're forgetting
at all. Yeah, if you got no vision, no goal, you're not going to have. I mean, you should start. I'll start over. Because I was going to say you should start your day with a goal. But you shouldn't end today without having tomorrow's goal, tomorrow's plan, reviewing tomorrow's calendar, having the things you want to accomplish tomorrow already established today.
Okay. Distraction.
Am I distracting you?
No, you are completely distracted. You want to make it about me and my, what'd you call it?
I moved on.
Driving?
I moved on. I moved on. Was anything at all? Was anything at all when I talked about planning for the next day at all about you and your passenger skills?
Yes, you said you need to do this the night before. You need to. You keep looking at me.
This isn't.
Mom, she's looking at me again.
This isn't about you.
Uh-huh.
Or is it? I mean, if the shoe fits. I mean, if time management is an issue that you have, and so then every time somebody brings up something, you think it's a personal attack on you because perhaps you already have an issue about it. That's not my baggage.
Multitasking.
Multitasking is a necessary
waste
evil
of time.
I know they say that. They say that you can't do multiple things, but I cannot tell you how slow and pathetic it is to wait for somebody to do one task at a time.
So what happens when we multitask, Angel?
Well, they say
they can't be the correct answer.
The experts say that you cannot multitask because you're stopping and starting and stopping, and so you're getting actually nothing done.
And you just want to do that one more thing or two more things, right? And then what happens?
And then you're late. I'm late all the time because I can load the dishwasher while letting something print and while checking an email and braiding my kid's hair.
Burning fuel, waiting for you to come out the front door so we can drive to work.
If you're only doing one thing, catch up, people.
Finally, procrastination is a huge waste of time.
No kidding.
I think it's actually wrong. I think that procrastination is simply the first fruits of a plan well developed to happen at a deadline.
The first fruits of a plan well developed.
Yeah.
That is the biggest crock of hooey.
Did you just say crock of hooey?
Yes. I don't know if that's the right word there, but procrastination. You didn't plan ahead. You didn't put anything off. You can't plan. You don't have any vision, no goals. You're not setting your checking off your task list. You're just responding to everything. You don't have a plan for tomorrow. You're running around with your hair on fire. You're probably wasting more time because haste makes waste. Did my voice go up?
Yeah, only dogs can hear you now.
Yes, yeah. That's what they say at my house.
Sure. Holy cow, you should see the key in the back of her. It's just spinning. It's flying. You know, the wind-up doll. All right.
We did this little thing in the office the other day where we were talking about values, and we had these little cards, and we had to put them in in our own priority. And one was all about friendships and relationships. Another one was about spontaneity and creativity, and another one was about processes and systems.
You even know the word spontaneity.
And so we all had to put them in our order. And Eric's was, the creativity and the spontaneous and all that stuff was on top, and the order and logical stuff was on the bottom, and Adam kind of was in the same way. And they gave it to me, and of course
you broke it.
Mine was exact opposite of theirs. And
Adam, 4-card personality
Adam
test.
looked at it and he's like, wow.
Right?
I'm like, this is why y'all have jobs.
And more to the point, I said, welcome to my world for the last 14 years. All right. Good enough, I suppose. Hey, wouldn't you like to make a better first impression? I think we all would like to do that.
Can I start over?
You
disregard anything I just said?
I'd like to.
Maybe.
Here we go. Well, we brought in an expert. When we come back, we're going to talk to her. Her name is Vicki Oliver. She's coming next on the Experience Pros Radio Show. This, the most positive business talk show in America.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436. 303-734-9436.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
When you work from home, you run the risk of setting up a makeshift workspace in the corner or somewhere off to the side of your bedroom. It's not really a home office. It just happens to be your office at home. Let Helene's Designs help you create a productive workspace that transforms you from hobbyist into an innovative CEO ready to be featured in a magazine spread. Take charge of your home office and call Helene's Designs. You're the CEO. Make sure your home office looks like it. 720-233-7302. 720-233-7302.
Let's face it, you're stuck. Sure, your business is stable, but you've been floundering it even for too long. It's time to call Stephanie Scheller. Stephanie is a systems, business, and marketing coach who's helped over 300 companies improve their results by setting up systems and holding them accountable to trackable growth. Sometimes all you need is a fresh perspective and a little bit of accountability to break through to the next level of your success story. Call Stephanie today, 210-426-6956, and just talk to her. 210-426-6956. She can help. It's your business. Call today.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
SharpNet Solutions has been optimizing websites for over 16 years, since before Google was even a company. Hi, this is Eric, and I want you to let that sink in for a moment. SharpNet Solutions has been helping hundreds of small businesses get found on the search engines since before Google became Google. They're one of the most affordable SEO firms in the country, and if you tell them Experience Pros sent you, you'll get up to 50% off of your SEO services. Still wonder if they can help you? Google Experience Pros. We use them. 303-900-4988. That's 303-900-4988 or sharpnetsolutions.com.
At highway speeds, the average text takes your eyes off the road for about 5 seconds. That's enough time to travel the length of a football field. Stop texts, stopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us today. Hey, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. You better make your first impression, especially when it comes to being online. Make it count.
Well, did you know that many of today's hiring managers look you up? They are kind of doing a little online stalking about you on those social media networking sites just to learn a little bit more about you before they hire you. They're likely to form a first impression from whatever it is they find, whether it's a colleague's endorsement or a little airing of your dirty laundry. And why does this matter to you? According to best-selling author and personal branding expert Vicki Oliver, the online impression you make has become more important than a word-of-mouth referral or an in-person impression. Anyone in the job market should carefully manage their presence in cyberspace. Vicki Oliver, career consultant, written 5 best-selling books, including 301 Smart Answers to Tough Interview Questions, is our expert guest. Vicki, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Vicki, very nice to have you. Hey, listen, talking about 301, I've got 301 photos of last night's kegger. What's the matter with that?
The problem is that people today now check. It's so easy to find out information about anybody online.
You bet.
And before you even walk in the door for a job interview, or even if, let's say, if you're pitching a business, before you even go in the door, somebody has already checked you out online. So myself, I would withhold those photos. I would not put them out there. Don't put them anywhere, because once they're out there, it's really hard to take them back.
Right.
Like, as in impossible. I mean, I heard it once said, don't put anything out on the internet you don't want your grandma to see hanging over the bridge at the local overpass forever.
It's hard. I mean, I know of people who are, graduating now, from college and everything, and it's like they have all these party photos of themselves on Facebook. Sometimes they have to change their names to things like cream cheese, to get off of Facebook. It's impossible. It's very, very difficult. So I think what we should do is think of ourselves as ambassadors of our own brand and say, what is my brand and what do I want it to stand for? And then look at the social media that way.
Okay, so Vicki, we talked about that extreme, where, it's the party, maybe it's the language, it's those kinds of things. What about swinging that pendulum the other way? It's so perfect and it's so doctored and they're so beautiful, and is that okay, or is that kind of crossing the line too?
I actually do think it's okay to have things, just very sort of corporate. Let's just say, I think that's better. I mean, I'm reading on Facebook things about people's medical conditions, going into a doctor and getting moles removed from their skin. I mean, this is just too personal.
Well, okay, so I'm so much better looking online. Let me ask you this. Is there something... What's wrong with taking the photo that Grandma took and then just doing a little Photoshop, just a little touch up, a little nip tuck? Right. Can it go too far?
I mean, that's one of my tips. I think everybody does, some photo retouching, because I mean, let's face it, we don't want horrible photographs of ourselves out there. Who does, right?
Right.
But I think the issue is how far from reality is it? If it's just like nobody would recognize you because of the picture you have, or if, let's say, you're using like somebody else's photograph to represent yourself, that's going to come and bite you when you meet the person, in person.
Yeah, there's a particular...
They look you up, and then, you walk in, and, you're 40 years older.
Right. There's a particular journalist here in the Denver metro area who uses a photo from, I am certain, 1906. And when we met him in person... Oh my gosh, his dust had dust.
Yeah, he was a little older than his picture portrayed him. Okay, so
like I said, I think that is, I think that's normal because we all want to put our best face out there, but that should be countered with a little bit of reality. Like, okay, what do I really look like? Especially if you're interviewing, because the person's going to meet you.
Right. Vicki, do you ever recommend just kind of, putting it on lockdown, or improving your security settings so people can't look you up?
Well, first off, it's pretty hard to do that. I mean, yes, on Facebook you can put people on lists. You can have a private list, and you can have it so that your stuff is private. But the thing is, if somebody's friends with a friend of yours, it's still likely that what you post is going to get out there. So I would say it's never 100% safe. That said, I don't recommend just pulling the plug and getting off of social media, because you always have to prove that, it's important to keep up with what's going on. Let's say you're going for a job, and, it's just a good idea to be out there and to know what it takes to market yourself correctly. If you can market yourself correctly, you could be a good ambassador for the company, too.
All right, so really, rather than thinking of it as, this is my, personal page, or this is just me on Twitter, this is just me being who I am, you really are almost setting that stage for that interview right there on social media.
Right. I mean, there's been a lot of discussion about compartmentalization, like, okay, maybe your brand personality on Twitter, let's say you're on everything, right? And maybe your brand personality on Twitter is a little bit different than the brand personality you have for your friends. But if you're going to do that, you have to consider who you are accepting as your friend. If it turns out that you have 600 acquaintances and they're all following you on everything, then you have to have a consistent brand personality.
That makes sense. That makes sense. We talked about LinkedIn and obviously Twitter and Facebook. What about, do we have to worry about, or are hiring managers checking out like Pinterest and Instagram yet, or are they are they still just kind of keeping it to
Like
the
they're shopping
LinkedIn
for recipes.
and Twitter and Facebook?
I feel like it's mostly still like the big three: Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. But I'd still be a little bit. Pinterest to me seems more like a hobbyist thing. To be honest, I don't know if hiring managers would like go that far. But here's the other thing: they're just going to Google your name. You know, they're going to Google your name, and then whatever crops up is what they're going to go and look at. Right? Okay. So, you know, my suggestion is if you are in the job market right now, you Google yourself first and find out what's out there.
Right.
You know, and see what they're seeing.
Okay.
I mean, there could be bad credit scores. You know, there could be lots of things that they can find out online about you. And, you know, we're not being paranoid. We're just being real. This is a real thing.
They really are. And you know, and as a hiring manager, if you're not Googling a potential candidate's name to find out more about them, you're not doing your due diligence in the hiring process, I think. What do you think, Vicki?
I agree. Also, you know, just bear in mind, this is only the first step. So what you want to make sure is that you're not knocked out of the running at step one. Like, they could knock you out before they even call you up.
Sure.
Which, yeah, you think I've got this killer resume, but you killed it because of your online
presence. How come
presence.
nobody's calling me? Well, go online and see what they're seeing, and maybe tweaking that a little bit and sort of polishing it up will help you.
Vicki, there's one more thing I gotta ask you before we run out of time, and that is, you know, there's the old phrase, show me, you are the conglomerate of the 12 closest friends that you have. Show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. This is something, you know, we talked about cleaning up our thing, and so maybe we've got, I don't rant and I don't do this, but all my friends are beer drinking, pot smoking, crazy, you know, political activist rebels. Can that come back and bite us? Should I just unfriend my friends?
No, I think that's maybe going a little bit of being a little bit too paranoid, because I think that, you know, we all have like so many acquaintances, and we just cannot be our acquaintances' keeper, you know?
Right. I got a buddy that I would love.
They do. I wouldn't worry about that. I would just sort of worry about your own online presence. And the great thing is, you know, you can improve it. Like just one little step, you know, can make a difference. Like one better photograph, or take off, you know, the party photos. Stop posting about medical stuff.
Please.
That's one of my bugaboos. Don't post about medical
Nobody
stuff.
wants to see that thing
You
ooze.
heard it from the expert, Vicki Oliver, leading career development expert, multi-best-selling author, 5 books, including 301 Smart Answers to Tough Interview Questions, and also Live Like a Millionaire Without Having to Be One. Vicki, how do our listeners follow you?
I can be found on Vicki, V-I-C-K-Y, Oliver.com.
Perfect. Thank you
and
so much.
My books are on Amazon.
Absolutely, and we're so grateful for you calling in and being a part of the show today. You are a lot of fun, and we will have you back.
Fantastic. I look forward to that. Thank you so much.
You betcha. Folks, don't go anywhere. More positive business talk coming next. You're listening to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Women-owned businesses are on the rise, but where do you go when the bank says no? Ladies, you know it's tough to secure the capital necessary to launch or develop a new business. You need to know attorney Steve Replin of the Replin Law Group. Steve specializes in helping women secure hard money lending when no one else will step up. You have an ally in Steve Replin. He has the knowledge and resources to get you the money you need to grow your business. Call Steve today. It's Money in the Bank, your bank. 303-322-7919. or replinlawgroup.com.
Computers. We can't live a moment without them. My friend sent me an email recently saying she was having 99 problems, and 97 of them were because of email and technology. I hate it when it doesn't work, but I'm stuck with how to get past the lockups, the slow retrieval, and lost data. This is what Binkley IT specializes in. All your computer quirks and hang-ups. They'll take care of you, and often they can do it remotely. Call our friends at Binkley IT and solve your IT puzzle one piece at a time. Call 720-254-1057, 720-254-1057. And if your computer is still working, look them up online at binkleyit.com.
Don't get stressed when your car gets damaged. Just call the doctor. Bumper Doc Denver can restore your car to mint condition. Whether it's hail damage, bumper dings, or carburst garage, Bumper Doc Denver can get you back in your car and on the road quickly. They can also process your claim. Bumper Doc's experts work with all insurance companies. Estimates are free. At Bumper Doc Denver, you always come first. Visit bumperdocdenver.com or call today 303-369-7292. That's 303-369-7292.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706 or visit RivieraFinance.com.
As a business owner, you know what it's like to wear a bunch of hats, and we know it too, which is why our very best advice to you is to outsource your accounting to By the Numbers Bookkeeping and Accounting. Philip Aronoff is well known to listeners and members of the Experience Pros Network. He was voted the best bookkeeper in the state of Colorado during the Fan Braggin contest, and he can absolutely help you build your business while making sure your accounting is all taken care of. Call Philip today and take that bookkeeping hat off for good. 720-837-0860. That's 720-837-0860.
Tell your staff to tune in daily to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Business training and inspiration from national experts are here for you every day on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Start your week off by learning a great new business skill. Tune in midweek to boost your positive attitude and be sure to always end your week with Fan Braggin Friday. The Experience Pros Radio Show is here for you every day, changing the way people treat people in business. Join the revolution and tune into the Experience Pros Radio Show. Weekday business training designed to inspire you to get your business right.
The Dana Show, 6 p.m. weekdays on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Should I stay or should I go?
You should go.
What?
Go. Just go.
No, I'm going to stay.
Oh, this comes a long time ago. Boy, I'll tell you what, I used to listen to The Clash when I was in junior high. That's how old this song is. And I love it. The answer is you should go.
No, I should stay.
You should stay? All right, well, here's the deal. You can stay or you can go. There is a brand new article by John Rampton out in Inc.com, and he's talking about 15 companies where you get to choose it. You can work in your own pajamas if you want to.
If I want to work in my pajamas, sometimes I do kind of want to work in my pajamas.
Right? Okay, so let's talk about some great businesses, real businesses that you've heard of before, where, and maybe a new one or two, where you can choose to work at your house from your home, from your local coffee shop, travel the world, use whatever you want as long as you've got Wi-Fi. You're in.
Okay.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Apple.
What?
I knew you'd be surprised. Apple has what's called an at-home advisor position. It allows employees to work remotely. They're customer support agents.
All right. Okay. So not in the store.
No.
The little geeks in there on the blue T-shirts, whatever.
In the bathroom.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. In the bathroom.
Or elsewhere. You have breakfast in the bathroom. Might as well serve.
I'm not working in the bathroom.
You might.
I'm just eating breakfast while I'm doing my hair and makeup.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hang out in there all day. I don't even hang out there all morning. It's time management.
I don't want to talk about you and your bathroom practices anymore.
Time management.
No. How about Xerox? Do you remember Xerox? Didn't they make ditto makers? Ditto machines?
Well, the copiers.
Yeah.
They're still around.
Xerox has a position called the Virtual Workforce Program. Home-based employees are involved in a variety of functions, including customer care, tech support, quality control, software development, and much, much more.
Much, much more.
Right?
Okay. All right. That surprises me.
There's a lot of benefits to this. There's
probably a lot of companies that have creative creative job descriptions.
Right.
And so not everybody has to come to the office. You can do so much virtually, working remotely.
Lower commuting costs, comfortable work environment.
That's the thing. Yeah, I don't mind putting clothes on. It's the sitting in traffic, the hour every day, each way, that wears on my nerves.
Stop it.
I live too far away. You make me come here every day.
Stop it. All right.
I get to come here every day. I
do
get
get
to
to.
sit in traffic every day.
Dell, you know that Dell is headquartered in Round Rock, Texas, right? But did you know that you can actually work from anywhere? They've got openings for flexible jobs, including senior advisor, engineer, and executive programs that allow remote work, job sharing, part-time work, compressed work weeks, all of it. Here's one you probably don't know about. TopTall.
TopTall?
TopTall.
Do I have to be a little taller to work for TopTall?
You probably do. You probably have to be a little taller to work for anywhere. TopTall is a talent network.
I am very tall. I meet people in person, and they think that I am very tall.
Sound tall.
I sound tall.
Yeah.
I sound very tall on the radio. You know what else apparently I sound is blonde?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Who told you that?
You.
Oh, I did. Somebody just told me that. Yeah, that they thought I was blonde.
I understand.
Not because they had to
No, I understand.
backpedal.
You can't. No, you can't just say no. If you sound blonde, everybody knows why.
They said that. They backpedaled. They said they just didn't picture me with.
Right.
Not because I sound ditzy.
No. Couldn't possibly be that. TopTall. Anyways, you can be a part of their internal team, completely distributed all over the country. No offices whatsoever. They don't have offices.
No offices
They all
whatsoever.
work remotely.
You know, we could actually, and we do. I mean, we work remotely all the time.
But we would miss to see Charlie's
But I don't ever really work from home.
We like Charlie's face.
Oh, we absolutely love coming in and hanging out with Charlie.
Here's a cool one, and I want to make sure we cover it before we run out of time. Freelancer.com. Folks, if you're driving, pull over. You've got to take a note on this. This is pretty cool. Freelancer.com is a website where you can sign up and get paid for your skills. If thousands of open jobs where you as a freelancer can work from home in your pajamas. They're mostly not salary positions, but there are many jobs that offer near full-time work with flexible hours.
Freelancer.com.
That's the one.
Checking it out.
Right?
All right. Gonna work in my jammies.
You want to work in the healthcare center? Healthcare environment?
You can hire a freelancer.
Right?
Ooh.
Aetna.
Hire or work for them?
Come on back. Aetna.
Aetna, the healthcare company?
Yeah. Or United Health Group, either one. Both of them allow for, you can stay home and work in your pajamas.
There are days it sounds appealing. Or just sit, can I do it by the pool? There are days that sounds very appealing.
This is actually where you want to work right here.
Right here?
Amazon.
Why?
Amazon allows virtual positions, and you can shop.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So
you don't need no stinking Prime Day. You shop anytime if you work.
I can shop every day. I can get it all done. You know, that's actually why I don't work retail.
Oh.
Is because I have no willpower on the whole shopping thing.
I'm sorry.
Once I see it, I have to have it. As long as I don't see it, I never have to, no big deal. But as soon as you see something, like, oh, I didn't even know I wanted something like that in blue, but now I want it.
Bad news.
What's that?
The online version of working from home for Amazon is called a virtual contact center. Unfortunately, VCC positions are only available in Arizona, Kentucky, Texas, West Virginia, Delaware, Minnesota, Florida, Georgia, Kansas, North Carolina, Tennessee, Wisconsin, and Virginia.
So pretty much everywhere except Denver.
Yeah.
How's that possible?
Sorry.
Actually, there's something about our sales tax, huh?
I don't know.
I bet you it has something to do with our sales tax. There was a whole issue with the vendor partners.
Yeah, that was the affiliate programming.
Yeah, and Denver got booted because
did.
So I bet you it has something to do with that.
How about JetBlue?
JetBlue, the airline?
Right.
I'm pretty sure they want me to show up dressed.
One of the neighbors of the author of this worked from home with JetBlue. She loved it. Offer flexible work from home schedules for stay-at-home parents and individuals that lived in certain states. You know, you don't have to be an airline flight attendant in order to work for an airline. You know that, right?
Well, I do know that.
Okay,
I
good.
know that. But when you think about working for an airline, what do you think about? Being on the plane.
Right.
Or being at an airport.
Mhm.
Where the people are.
Right.
Dressed. Not in your jammies.
Well, you don't
Have you ever flown on an airplane in your jammies?
No. Have you?
No, I haven't. But how about road trips? Do you ever do a road trip like in your jammies?
No. You got to get out and do the gas.
So no jammies in public.
I don't own
La.
jammies.
How do you make that
Don't
sound?
own jammies.
Make the sound.
No.
Make the
It's inappropriate for this time.
Because you don't own jammies.
No. Why would you?
I'm buying you pajamas.
No, you're not.
Buy you some
I
pajamas.
don't want pajamas from you.
I'm going to buy you pajamas. Oh my God. You should at least own
Why?
pajamas. I don't know why, but it's something necessary.
So that I can put them on, so that I can take them off. Guys don't own pajamas.
Really, you don't own pajamas?
Oh, wait a minute. You make Jay wear pajamas, don't you?
Well, he has. Yeah, he has
Yeah,
pajama pants and little t-shirts, lounge pants, pajama pants. No, that's bad. I like them.
The tussies are weird.
I think he's kind of cute.
Oh, all right.
I really like him.
Okay.
Okay. What, pajamas?
Just saying.
No, the hood.
They get all twisted up.
Come from when I
They get you all
hood you.
tangled.
I should hood you.
You need to breathe.
Don't you? There's sheets and stuff. Do you
Well,
sleep with sheets on?
The boys need to breathe. Enough on that. Let's go ahead and wrap this show up. Look at the time. We have to go.
Thank goodness.
It's not my fault. I just brought you a bunch of companies where you could work without pajamas.
I know.
Here we go.
No.
On behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel, myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show happen every single day, we say Happy Fan Braggin' Friday Eve, because tomorrow is Fan Braggin' Friday. Don't forget to put this number in your speed dial, 855-FAN-BRAG. Tell us who you love in business and why. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
This has been the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.